Hello, everyone. My name is Emma Young, and today I will be talking about the history and evolution of Apollo 13. Apollo 13 was launched on April 11th, 1970, set to be NASA's third human landing on the moon. The original astronauts included in the crew, pictured from left to right, were Jim Lovell, Ken Mattingly, and Fred Hayes. However, 4 days prior to launch, it was determined that Mattingly had been exposed to measles and had no immunity. To avoid the possibility of him becoming sick during the flight, he was replaced by his backup, Jack Swigert. A dramatic series of events during the mission did not allow the astronauts to make it to the lunar surface. 5.5 minutes after liftoff, the crew on board felt a little vibration. An oxygen tank explosion forced the crew to abandon all thoughts of reaching the moon. At 55 hours, 46 minutes, the crew finished a 49-minute TV broadcast showing how comfortably they lived and worked in weightlessness. 9 minutes later, oxygen tank number 2 blew up, causing the number 1 tank to also fail. The normal supply of electricity, light, and water was lost, and they were about 200,000 miles from Earth. At 9:08 p.m. on April 13th, the message came in the form of a sharp bang and vibration from Swigert, who saw a warning light that accompanied the bang and said, "Houston, we've had a problem here." 13 minutes after the explosion, Lovell happened to look out of the left-hand window and saw that they were venting something out into space. Many more concerns, such as the loss of water and power and removal of carbon dioxide, made this mission the catastrophe that it was, but still it was classified as a successful failure because of the experience gained in rescuing the crew. After an intensive investigation, the Apollo 13 Accident Review Board identified the cause of the explosion to have to do with the heaters in the oxygen tanks that were not modified to suit the changes made to them. During one final test on the launch pad, the heaters were on for a long period of time. This caused the wiring in the vicinity of the heaters to reach very high temperatures, which have been shown to severely degrade Teflon insulation. The thermostatic switches started to open while powered by 65 volts and were most likely welded shut. Furthermore, other warning signs during testing went unnoticed, and the tank, damaged from 8 hours of overheating, was a potential bomb the next time it was filled with oxygen. During pre-flight briefings, Commander Jim Lovell waved off concerns that a mission numbered Unlucky 13 was destined to suffer misfortune. Because of his Italian heritage, 13 was a favorable number. The conspiracy that the number 13 has bad luck turned out to be the case for this mission. The bad luck was also believed to have begun when pilot Ken Mattingly was not immune to the tests that they had done to them many weeks prior. Mission Control were forced to split the crew, something they swore they would never do, and swapped Mattingly for backup pilot Swigert. There is so much information out there about this historic space mission, but hopefully after this presentation, there are a few questions that you will now be able to answer, such as, what was the malfunction that caused this mission to be aborted? Who was the first astronaut to call down to Mission Control to inform them of a problem after the explosion? And how far from Earth did the explosion occur? Apollo 13 is one of the most influential space missions from NASA, and because of it, there has been so much new information learned. Thank you for taking the time to watch and listen today, and I hope you found this presentation to be informative.